What's up, YouTube? Erod212 here with another video. So King Kong 4 is in the books, but wait till you hear the story I have to tell you about that show. Alright, so King Kong 4 in the books, epic show. You've heard all the stories, but there were over 400 people the first day, another 200 plus on the second day. Wall-to-wall dealers, people from the YouTube community, the IG community, the Whatnot community, all came out in droves. It's great meeting everybody there. We had an artist alley. The artists just crushed it. And you had people like Gary and Street Side Anthony and the Principal Defects there. So it was a fun show. Unfortunately, I was so busy, I was unable to record video for you guys. I'm sorry about that. I didn't get to shoot footage, but I got a little something extra because I did pick up some books and I got a great story you're going to want to hear. So I'll show some of the books and we'll talk about the story, all right? But first thing I picked up there was Amazing Spider-Man Annual 21, the newsstand edition, Wedding of MJ and Peter Parker. I pick this up every chance. It's a great book. Couldn't pass up these FFs. We've got FF number 96, some Jack Kirby goodness right there. FF 98, some more Kirby goodness. And then FF 104. Great Magneto cover. Such a good book. And then if I'm going to get FF, I got to get some X-Men. So I did pick up a nice copy of X-Men 106. Like I said, there was so many. Every dealer in there, for the most part, was giving deals. People were walking away happy. I actually made a couple of trades, which I usually don't do too many of. But it was worth it. Guys were happy with the trades, and I was happy with what I got in return, you know. Pick this up right here. This is the Amazing Spider-Man number 2, right? This is the 1 in 25 J. Scott Campbell. This is the gorgeous MJ cover. Found a copy of X-Men number 282, first appearance of Bishop, but a newsstand edition. So I'll take that. And then this was a nice find. Although the cover is detached, this is just such a great book, and that's Daredevil number 158, and this is the first Frank Miller on Daredevil. So one of my specs, I picked this book every chance. New X-Men number 128, Ethan Van Sciver cover, first appearance of Phantom X. So we were having this discussion on Whatnot the other night, and if you guys aren't on Whatnot, check it out. It's the same name. I'll leave a link in the description. It gives you $10 off your first purchase. So you can basically go in there, buy yourself a book for free. But they were complaining. People were saying how Van Sciver's face, it's just not appealing on Phoenix, you know, because she's such a gorgeous character when she's drawn by Byrne, you know, and you know, the big difference. But this book was being asked for quite a bit. First High Evolutionary had a couple of people come up to my booth asking about this book. DC keys were in effect. Flash villains, people were jumping on Flash villains. A lot of anticipation on the Flash villains. And Spider-Man always. Just, you know, Webhead is Webhead. Then got a nice copy of Incredible Hulk number 271. Newsstand edition, first Rocket Raccoon in comic books. So super happy to get that, and pick this up too. First appearance of Sauron, underrated book. This book spiked for a while when people were talking about the Savage Land and Sauron. Since then it's done a dip, but I think this is the time to buy this book. So like I said, here's the story. And big shout out to my man, Matty Forge. Matty Forge was talking to a gentleman and brought him to my booth just to show me something. So this gentleman, his uncle was a very famous creator and artist for Marvel. And It is a super rare signature that this guy had. I had never seen one in the wild. I had rarely seen one. The man was known to be a little bit of a recluse, but he is the creator of two iconic characters, you know? So to see this signature in person, it was amazing. So yes, this was the nephew of Steve Ditko, the man who created Spider-Man and part of Doctor Strange. And the autographs were authenticated by JSA, so you know they were validated. What was wild is not just talking about the autographs, because he said he got these autographs when he was like 12 years old, but just the fact that he was telling us, I had a few questions. I was like, look, they say Mr. Ditko was a bit of a recluse. He goes, absolutely. He goes, he didn't even hardly associate with family, but he showed us pictures of himself as a young boy and Ditko in the pictures also. So that was just so cool to see that, and to see this guy having Steve Ditko autographs. And he said he had some more books that were signed. He didn't show any more, but he showed me the one, and that was enough. We were all in awe. Appreciate that, gentleman, for sharing that with us. He didn't have to. I don't even know what value that autograph will have, because Ditko didn't sign, I mean, he signed some mail, but books, how many Steve Ditko books have you really seen out there signed with an autograph? It's not like it's Stan Lee. Even Kirby would, sign the interior pages. But how many Ditkos do you see out there, So that was a cool story. I something that happened at the con that would not happen anywhere else. That's why you have to be live sometimes out there in the public, because you get events like that. Pick this up. I'm so happy with this. This is the X-Men from the Marvel Collectible Classics. This is issue number 5. These are the foil. They connect. It's just, it's insane, man. Love it, love it, love it. Look at that. This is a badass. I believe 6 is the expensive one. It's the harder of all of them, I believe, because it's the last issue. Talk about DC keys. Stack this book, man. First Red Hood. Take that every day of the week. You guys know Damian Wayne, but imagine if they bring the Red Hood to live action. Great looking book. Another DC. How can you not take Terry McGinnis? Oh my gosh. This is a nice find for me. I was happy with this. Real happy with this. First Terry McGinnis. Batman Beyond. If you've not seen the animated series, check it out. My boys Biggs and Joker are huge Batman Beyond guys, so check that out. And now here's the first trade. I had a guy I dealt with before, and he's a great guy. The community came up to me, had this book, but it didn't have the pinup in it. But even without the pinup, it's just a good book to own. So we did a trade for some books, and that was this book right here. It's Batman 181, first appearance of Poison Ivy. We all know that book. Just nice book. I'm happy to have this. And then my man Darth Richards saw something on my wall, and he was willing to trade for it. So did a little trade for trade and cash. And he gave me a book that I had not had, and I know it's a tough book to find. And he got a Heroes for Hire 1, no lower grade. But I got this right here. Edge of Spider-Verse, Gwen Stacy, Spider-Woman, and this is the comic bug variant. You don't see this book too often. It's a tough book to find. And it's a great Gwen Stacy variant. So happy to have this in the collection. And then the last book was an A-OK from my boy. He had promised to give me this when he saw me next. And big shout out to my man, The Butcher, for taking care of me, blessing me with this book. But yeah, The Butcher gifted this to me, man. You know how hard this was to get? I couldn't get it at all. I had no shot at it. And he was able to get a couple of copies, and he A-OK'd this to me. It doesn't get better than that, man. Shout out to The Butcher, the Defects, MTG Comics, and Com Comics, and all the guys who ran King Kong 4. King Kong 5 is coming next year in the spring. I hope it's a 2-day event again, because it was fantastic. Nightlife, everybody was hanging out afterwards in the bar, and just dinner and having laughs. And I know they're looking for a bigger venue, so it might be bigger and better next year. So you guys that are a little further away, like I said, come on down. But that's the video for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, sorry there was no footage, but I will have more footage of other shows. And leave comments. Let me know what you think. Until the next video, peace.